What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. So in this video, we're gonna be doing, I believe it's Moon Landing. Is that the map? Let's see. Quarry, Bazaar, yeah, Moon Landing, okay. So for this map, we're gonna be using Striker Jones.
Prepare for liberation.
That's pretty neat. We don't do that too often. I think we've only done it once, and that was kind of a meme. But this time it's gonna be very serious because we are gonna be using a tower I believe I haven't used at all so far. So it is a brand new tower. We love to see that. A brand new strategy. But not a strategy we're gonna be employing a lot, but in this map specifically, this strategy is pretty sweet because it is pretty much the ultimate map for that tower. So the tower we're gonna be using is the Mortar, and they have lowered the price, so you're able to place down the Mortar pretty much from round 1, which is what we are gonna be doing as well. And the reason why the Mortar is so strong here is just because it's, well, the balloons, they move around in circles, meaning that you can just hit the balloons over and over and over in the same spot, which is naturally kind of good for the Mortar. So that's what we're going to be going for. Going to be going for the Axis of Mortar, which is a very kind of very expensive thing to go for, but we'll have enough money, don't you worry. Gonna go for that, as well as buffing towers and striker, but pretty much the only damage we will be using, or damage towers we will be using, gonna be mortars, as well as well, striker. Striker is pretty good. He's gonna do quite a bit of damage. So that is the strategy for today. Gonna go for all three paths, of course. To start off, we want to go for the bottom path. The reason for that is because we will be needing camo for round 24. We need to have the tier 3 mortar to be able to pop camo balloons, so that's going to be kind of important that we get that. And it is $1,000, so it's kind of pricey for early rounds. And Striker's ability also, it only pops the strongest balloon on the screen. It doesn't pop like, it's not like Ovin's, Vines, or Sawda's, well, Sawda's camo, but can I think of any other examples? I guess Gwyn's Cocktail. So Striker's ability, even though it's an ability or whatever, it doesn't give him the ability to pop any balloon. So we will be needing the Signal Flare in order to beat round 24. So we will be getting that before we get anything else, just to get that. So this is going to be our tier 3 mortar right here. Let's just wait until we have enough money. There is the black balloons. Yeah, it's gonna wait for. It's kind of waiting for that to happen. Totally forgot about that because I need to upgrade that. Okay, I'm just gonna die here on purpose. So we have the money. That was kind of in my plans, but I just totally forgot that I need to get this before round 20. For some reason I thought it was round 21, but no, it wasn't. So let's just place it the next mortar down. We need to get as much popping power as possible. Yeah, so this is according to plan, by the way, that we get Striker level 5 there. So I just goofed very badly there, since I'm talking. When I talk, a lot of the times I'm naturally not very focused, so apologies. Let's just get the third one down too, to ensure that we get the top path. So bottom path, middle path, top path. It's gonna be the way we go for. That's gonna be the paths. I do want to focus on the middle path though for round 40. So let's get the heavy shells, and I guess we can get the bigger blast and the balloon buster as well, because he shoots faster, so it makes sense to focus on trying to get as many layers as possible. Burny stuff is not going to be that big for the middle mortar, so let's just go for the top half there. I never use the mortar because I don't like micro, but as you can see, there is no micro required. All you're doing is to upgrade the mortars and then watch them go to town, pretty much. For the Bernie stuff one, I don't know. I'm just gonna wait. We have more than enough pops, so I'm just gonna wait for the artillery battery for now. We should be good. I mean, we're nowhere near dying, so we are good. Also, there is this ability here, which you may not be aware of. What it does is to kind of focus the mortars and have the mortars follow your cursor. So the mortars will be shooting along with your cursor, which is very useful. I think that's kind of what it does. Pops 4 layers per shot. Mortar Munker's blast radius increased by 10%. And yeah, it's that is the that is Striker's upgrade. It is just for 15 seconds, mortars, monkeys, targets touch cursor. Yeah, so it's what I said, basically. They follow your cursor, and they're more accurate. So that's very useful whenever you're trying to pop a single target, which is naturally what we are going to be doing with round 40, but I don't think we will be needing anything, though, because of the artillery battery that we just got here. It's just going to make it very easy. I mean, just look at this. So here, artillery battery, and there we go. It's still popping there, so the Moab was nowhere near leaking. So let's get the faster and rapid reload for the bottom path, and for the top path, we can start upgrading, I guess. Shell shock there. And I'm gonna go for Bernie stuff because, believe it or not, the top half boosts Bernie stuff damage, so it's gonna be quite useful to have that, and also because Striker, he buffs the attack speed of the mortar, so it's not that necessary to have more speed for this guy. You would rather want the damage increase instead for Bernie stuff, so we're gonna get Bernie stuff on him. And yeah, I mean, look at these rounds. They are just passing by, and we're not really doing anything too crazy. We're just sitting here enjoying ourselves, which is good. So let's get the big one while we're at it. And yeah, now we need to be gonna start saving up a little bit. So shattering shells is useful, but it's not really useful until much later. So we're not gonna bother with that. I think we're just gonna go for the biggest one, honestly, to start off. But before that, though, let's just get the jungle drums, because why not? So here, bigger radius and jungle drums. Unfortunately, I placed it in kind of a bad spot because of Striker, but it buffs all of the mortars, which is the most important thing anyway. Artillery battery there. I really hope that's not necessary. I don't think it shouldn't be necessary, but if it is, we may be in... Okay, it's not necessary, that's good. That's what I thought. But you never know. Suddenly you're underestimating, or you're overestimating your damage, but it should be very straightforward. I mean, it is a very decent strategy. It doesn't really have too many weaknesses since we got rid of our black weakness here, black Bloons, so we don't have to deal with that. So, here... let's place down the Alk. Where should I place it? Here. Well, and Zebra weakness. Don't forget about the Zebras. So let's place the Alk here. Stronger stimulant, faster shooting, and we are cooking. So, very easy strategy, and I'm glad that it is that easy, honestly. It's fun to do something a bit different than just the same strats. Naturally, on this map, you could do with a lot of strategies. The Archmage would be fantastic here too, because the Archmage will be able to see the wall. It would be able to see over the wall. So that is kind of the main, like, you can't pop the balloons inside the moon here, but or the crater, I guess. I mean, the moon is the entire thing, but the crater now you can because of the mortar. So, but that would be like the main thing, but a lot of strategies would be good. This is certainly one of the easier maps, and I believe it was released with the mortar, so you were intended to use the mortar for this map anyway. Right, so for the BFB here, let's just use that, and then the artillery battery there. Very easy. So here's 62. We are chilling, man. We are chilling. Kind of a nice change of pace, honestly, this map. Fortified's not an issue. That's good to know. 63 is going to be easy, of course. And Striker is already level 11, too. So Striker, he's going to get to level 20, which is going to be quite massive for us. Level 20... His level 20 ability is very good for our tower. Our tower's right here, so it's going to be highly useful for us to get that. So, yeah, we haven't done anything apart from clicking on this button here. Just the only thing you need to remember is this the purchase of his level 5 ability for the Black Bloons. Can't believe that I forgot that, but okay, I can believe it. But it doesn't matter. So here are 2 BFBs, but that's also easy. But you can use the artillery battery, and remember this level 10 striker ability, what that does is to reset the cooldown. So you can essentially use it twice in a row if you have to. I'm gonna demonstrate that. In case you don't use striker, I assume you don't, because who does really? He does have his uses, but kind of niche. And his abilities are not the best. Like, you have to use bomb shooters for him, or mortars for him to be viable. But I guess I'll demonstrate a little bit later. I don't have to use it just yet, but I will demonstrate that you just use the ability, and then you use the cooldown, ender, as I like to call it, and then you use it again. So you get 2 spicy, like you get the ability back instantly, which is pretty massive for this one, as well as pop and awe, which is just the middle tier 5. Pretty nice ability there. To get like explosions over the entire screen. Not the strongest, but he shoots very fast, at least. But yeah, pop and awe has never been that good, if I remember. Alright, so let's demonstrate. Here, and then you use that, and then you can use it again, right? So, very nifty to get that, but not at all necessary. And remember, we also have Striker's level 3 ability, which you can literally spam. You just use it constantly. So yeah, we are in good shape now, that's for sure. So now let's get the biggest one to get that out of the way. So now we have that, and that's gonna be very strong damage. More than good enough as we save up for the remaining 2, Bloons Incineration and Popping Off. And we're gonna go for Popping Off first. So we're popping off. The biggest one's gonna do a lot of damage, by the way. Bloons Incineration is good too, but it's not that useful until later. Until the 90s. And I would say that the Shattering Shells part of that ability is what is useful. Just it is a little bit on the expensive side, and I think the biggest one is just better. That is the best path, in my opinion, the top half, but the Shattering Shells is strong for round 98 though. Like, it removes all the fortifieds, so naturally that is pretty strong. What is that? Is that like a new pet or something? I guess that's Striker's pet. I'd never seen that before. That's hilarious. So here's 78. I mean, I feel like I haven't done anything, like, except for the accident on round 20. Like, I feel like I haven't been playing at all. Just sitting here watching. This has been surprisingly chill. One of the chillest videos I've had in a while. Probably could have done without commentary, but I do enjoy these commentaries a little bit. Kind of reflect a little bit on the game and chat a little bit with myself. Talk about my feelings. It's kind of more amusing when you know that nobody's listening anyway. So here we could just use the abilities if we want to. And here, if we want to, just spam this. But COMGs are not much of a threat. I know it looks bad, but the biggest one is going to do a lot of damage. But artillery battery is doing a lot of damage too. Maybe I am overestimating the biggest one. Talking so strongly about it here, but I seriously think it is the best, or it was the best choice for the first tier 5. Alright, so we soon have enough for Pop and Awe. Do you want to get Shattering Shells for that? Fortified? No, that's not until later. Fortified BFBs are not an issue anyway. So yeah, let's get Pop and Awe first. Finish off our second Mortar. And we are getting into the beginning of the 90s soon, and we're not done with the 2 tier 5s. Which kind of paints a strong picture of how expensive this is in total. So here's this ability just to show it off. A little bit different, so it is not as useful, but still good. So now that was 85, easy. And remember, we always have Striker's ability if we need it. So Striker is getting stronger. And level 18 here, we get a 10% increase in attack speed, which is going to be huge for the biggest one. There we go. That looked like it would be a little close, but not at all. And remember, if we feel like things are leaking, we can use this ability here, which we need to do on round 100. We don't really have the Moab damage for that in this crater. We need to attack it a little bit more in order to pop it, but that is soon enough. That's not just yet. Here are DDTs. That's also going to be easy. Perfect. Oh, we have the pop in us. Let's get the Shattering Shells just in time. And now we need to save up 30k more for Bloons Incineration. So here you can see Shattering Shells at work, just removing the band-aid fortification of the Moabs. Let's use Pop and Awe again for fun. It does add some sort of stunning effect, I think, on the main attack. I think that is its biggest use, really. But maybe that is just there regularly. I don't know, man. I mean, I never use that tower. Honestly, this is the first time I've ever used Pop and Awe, to be honest. But as you can see, it is just easy. Not a problem. So let's have a look at round 95. Incineration. We need 20 more Ks. I believe we should have that after round 96, but maybe in the beginning of round 98. There isn't that much money on round 95 here. Yeah, not too much money, but we get like 10k for around 96. Striker is now level 20, which is massive. He gives, how much is it? He gives like 10, a double damage, which is just insane. So you do this, double damage, just everything gets completely destroyed. And the cooldown is not too bad either. We are soon gonna get it back, which is just crazy. Let's see here. Have a look at the fortified CYMGs. Maybe I should have saved Pop and Awe for that. Apparently, so let's use this, the cursor. But not an issue, not an issue. Right, so, okay, we're all good for round 98, perfect. And now Blue Incineration. We barely got that, but we got it in time. And that is round 99, and here comes round 100. For that, we use this ability, double the damage, use the ability, use whatever we want to do. So it's going to spin around here once, and we are going to get this ability here ready. And boom, then follow the bat with our cursor, and then pop the rest of the balloons. Target. I forgot that it does expire fairly quickly, so you gotta target the next. You gotta start targeting the next circle. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! That is the worst microing I've ever seen in my life. That's fine. That's fine. Totally fine.
Target that big
But
huge one.
let's just use that. Use that for double damage. And now let's follow the cursor. Follow the bad right. And now it's no longer there. Now we need to target. Let's just target the next one to make it easier, so we have more time. It's essentially just the same as the other crater. We just target stuff over there. We can of course use the pop and awe ability. Just gonna stun it. So, but this is gonna take it down because it is the same thing. It needs to loop around the crater, which gives us a lot of time to pop it. So it was just me being, I panicked there, or I just didn't expect it. I'll admit, I thought the level 7 ability would be enough to pop it, but no, underestimated those COMGs a little bit. So I think that's fine. Fairly simple to pull off, I think, but gotta do that RNG where you gotta aim towards the next crater, but that takes like 1 second to do with slow speed, so you should be totally fine. But that is Moon Landing. Part of me wants to re-record, but screw it. I think this was a fun enough episode with a brand new strat, and I do like the commentary part of this, so well, there we go. So that was Moon Landing. Let me know what you think. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.